I made a 3D printing short film about a year ago, and you're going to see it here in a moment. It's really short, but I wanted to give a little bit of intro to it, and then we'll do an outro at the end. We'll kind of talk about more about the world. But I've had this dystopian style world where 3D printing is illegal in my head. This world, it's in the future, but it's a little bit tied to reality. I think that you'll find some parallels to what's happening in the 3D printing world right now, and what it could be like in the future. So it's only about 2 minutes long. So please sit back, watch it, enjoy it. Comment below, tell me what you think of it. And it is award winning. It got shown in film festivals all over the world. I'm very proud of that. And there's more coming. We're literally going to turn this into a series. So sit back and enjoy. And at the end, we'll talk a little bit more about the world and what's coming. What did you think? Pretty cool? Different? Fun? Get the brain going just a little bit? I wanted to take a little bit of time here at the end for those that are interested in this type of content and share a little bit more about the world, a little bit more about how we filmed it, a little bit more about me and what it took to get here. It's not a super impressive short film. It's 2 minutes. There's some skill involved in doing it, and that I found that was quite challenging. I had to learn a lot. If you remember a handful of years ago, I didn't even know how to film with an iPhone. And this content creation has been kind of an interesting journey for me. It's been evolutionary as far as getting the information that's trapped in here, the creativity, the vision that I have out. Let's talk a little bit about the world that this is in. So this is set in the not too distant future, and it is obviously a future where, as you saw, there are laws passed, there's legislation that has banned 3D printing. But I want you to understand this. This is the kind of the twist that's kind of in there. The 3D printers aren't what's banned. It's the filament. It's the material. It's the materials in the models. There is this overreaching government entity that is buried deep into slicers and G-code and the printers. And they know everything that you print. They see it all. They know it all. They control filament. There's only certain places that have filament, and filament is tracked. It's monitored. 3D printers, for the most part, they're still a commodity. You can still get access to 3D printers, but they do monitor where those 3D printers are going, but they're not illegal to have. It's the material, and then it's what you make with the 3D printers that is the problem. Now, who controls all of the STLs, all of the printers, and all of the filament in this dystopian future? Well, it is the DDR, which is the Federal Department of Digital Regulation, and they are all watching and all seeing and all knowing. The protagonist, the main character, is very much a paranoid individual, and rightfully so, because ultimately getting caught with STLs and G-code is going to put you away in prison for a really long time. And so everything goes from digital type of communication to as much analog as possible. And I'm talking no cell phones, right? No emails, no web surfing. Everything is done, like I said, as analog as possible. Everything is done through broadcast and in drops and in-person meetups and exchanges and scavenging for filament in printers and things and parts. Well before the DDR was even known about, it was already in your slicers. So any modern slicer in this future world, in that past 10-year, 15-year period of time, that people would even thought about someone watching and listening and monitoring what they sliced and what they printed, they were already there. And so the only way that you can really have G-code on a printer without the DDR knowing about it is if it's really handwritten. And so there are select few individuals that are capable of actually hand typing and hand coding the G-code for these 3D printers. And you'll notice that in the film and in the future films, a lot of the communication is done through a terminal that communicates with a broker. And it's a broker that provides access in exchange money for printers. For specialized types of filaments. And my character doesn't quite know if they can fully trust that broker. Now you know a little bit more about the world that this is set in, and I hope it's something that you're going to find interesting. We've already been filming it now for months. And so, like I said, I have learned a lot. We have spent an awful lot of money on the gear to film just this 2-minute short. Was a huge learning experience. You don't quite know, but I think looking back now, I think it was something like 6 different sets, 3 different locations, including, on location. It was a lot in it's only 2 minutes. And also, I'm not an actor. And so I've been taking classes, learning. I'll have to learn as I go, and we'll introduce more characters as the series goes on. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear what you think. Drop it in the comments, and yeah, make sure you're subscribed. It's gonna be kind of a fun journey. All right, thanks.